In Alaska, there is a bay known as Thomas Bay, and although this bay is very remote, it has seen a lot of tragedy, and it is also called the Bay of Death. In 1750, a native village was hit by a massive landslide, and more than 500 people died. Then in the very late 19th century, a ship carrying Chinese immigrants hired to work for an Alaskan salmon company wrecked just outside of the bay. And it was reported that every single person that was on board this ship had died. And not too long after this accident, a man named Charlie, a prospector, asked an elder where he got a piece of quartz flecked with gold. And this elder gave Charlie directions to what sounded like a motherlode. And this location was in the woods, right next to Thomas Bay. Now Charlie could not believe what this elder had just told him, so he wasted no time. He grabbed his stuff and he left as quickly as possible. And after a lot of searching, he was only able to find one piece of quartz. And just as he was about to give up, he saw something that would haunt him for the rest of his life. He saw a group of creatures swarming up the ridge towards him, and he stated that they were the most horrible looking things that he had ever seen. They were neither men nor monkeys, but yet they looked like both. They were entirely sexless, and their bodies were covered with hair, and they smelled really, really bad. And once Charlie saw these hideous monsters, which he believed to be demons or devils, he took off. He never ran so fast in his life. And these creatures went after him. One of them was so close that it was able to scratch Charlie on his back. But somehow, Charlie was able to get away, and he made it all the way back to his canoe. And while he was escaping, these, whatever they were making awful noises. It was as if they were crying, and these sounds sent chills down Charlie's spine. And once he finally made it back to town, he told a lot of people about what he just encountered, and he believed that they were devils. And one of these people that Charlie told was an author by the name of Harry D. Culp. And this author, was amazed by this encounter, so he wrote a story about it. And he titled it, The Strangest Story Ever Told. And at that time, a lot of people believed that these creatures really existed. And this location will forever be known as Devil's Country. Now, some believe that Charlie, or Harry D. Culp, were just making up stories. But one of the most creepiest theories that has ever come forward is that Charlie did not encounter an unknown species, or devils, but starving Chinese immigrants, survivors of the shipwreck that happened not that long before. But many dispute this theory, as Charlie's descriptions did not match a human being, as no matter how long a human is lost in the wilderness, they're not just going to start growing hair all over their bodies. But maybe Charlie was just so scared that he really didn't get a good look. But in the end, many believe that he came face to face with a group of Bigfoots, as there are a heck of a lot of Bigfoot sightings in Alaska. One of the more credible sightings that I have never forgot about happened to two fishermen in Alaska. One day while these two men were out fishing, as fishermen do, they saw a huge bear on the shoreline just on the outskirts of the woods. And these two men were so shocked by how big this bear was that they stopped working. And they just stood there standing on their boat staring in total disbelief as this bear was enormous. And as they were watching, they saw that it started to act very strangely. It was like it was scared of something. Then it ran extremely fast back into the forest. And these two men looked at each other wondering what could possibly scare a bear that size. Then they saw it. They saw a 9-foot plus bipedal human ape-like creature covered in hair with enormous shoulders. And this thing was looking at these two men. And these fishermen were scared. They had never seen anything like it before, and they took off. They felt that there was nothing that they could do to stop this thing from attacking, not even the water that separated them. And since there are so many sightings just like this within this area, many believe that Charlie was not lying, but telling the truth. And I'm going to make a separate video covering the most creepy and credible Bigfoot sightings in Alaska, and I will have it done later this month. Now, I agree with Harry D. Culp that Charlie's story is indeed very strange, but not the strangest story ever told, at least not in this day and age. Until next time, this is Paranormal Junkie. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned.